But here is what Cristiano Ronaldo did say. Just a reminder, we know you're not there.
Well, that's the only reason I come in today.
As I've always done throughout my career, I try to live and play respectfully towards my colleagues and adversaries and my coaches. That hasn't changed. I haven't changed. I'm the same person and the same professional that I have been for the last 20 years playing elite football, and respect has always played a very important role in my decision-making process. I started very young. The older and most experienced players' examples were always important to me. Therefore, later on, I've always tried to set the example myself for the youngsters that grew in all the teams that I've represented. Unfortunately, that's not always possible, and sometimes the heat of the moment gets the best of us. There's more. Right now, I just feel that I have to keep working hard in Carrington, support my teammates, and be ready for everything in any given game. Giving in to the pressure is not an option. It never was. This is Manchester United, and united we must stand. Soon, we'll be together again.
More!
No,
more!
Please
Spill
no.
it! Spill more!
Frank, what's your reaction to the Instagram post?
It's exactly the contrary of what he did against the Spurs when he left. When he says, it's exactly what he didn't do. So I don't understand the comment. I'm pretty sure it's not him who wrote it, and I'm pretty sure that deeply he completely thinks the opposite. It's what he showed us to the world, that he doesn't care. He wants to do, like he said, on only one sentence, the hit of the moment. But you have like 70 or 80 minutes to think about it. Yeah, I'm not going to play. Will I stay seated, or will I go and show to the world that I'm unhappy? You know, I just go back to the Newcastle game when he went out, and Craig was mentioning it. When he went out, he was nodding his head like it's not possible. Why me? Why the coach does that? He was doing that all the time, because he knew the TVs would be on him. That's unacceptable again. You know, I was very fond of Ronaldo. I love the guy, the player that he was for all the years. But what he did against Newcastle when he went out and against Tottenham, again, is unacceptable.
I've been saying for weeks, it's not, you know, on the show every now and again, Ronaldo gets brought up, or he wasn't playing. I kept saying, Ronaldo's not the story anymore on the field. He's the story at the moment, but it's not for what he's doing on the field. It's for what he's doing when he's not on the field. That's where he's the story. Maybe that's what he wanted. Maybe he wants this limelight, this discussion about him, these headlines about him, because nobody's talking about him really on the field. Yes, people will mention the goals he scored last year, and that's fine. But this is a new coach. This is a new direction for Manchester United. This is the rejuvenation of Marcus Rashford and Jadon Sancho looking more like himself. The introduction of Antony. The arrival of Casemiro as a big signing. This is a new direction, and that direction does not include Cristiano Ronaldo. So listen, maybe this was I'll get myself some headlines and I'll get them talking about me, as well as I'm upset and this is not what I want, because nobody's talking about Cristiano Ronaldo being in the first 11 for Man United. Nobody's surprised when he's on the bench. So he's maybe hopefully, or he's hoping he's going to create a different narrative. Let's get them talking about me again, because other people are doing the business on the field.
I don't think there's any maybe to it at all. If he says to Ten Hag, I'm not coming on as a substitute, then it's on Eric Ten Hag and the club as to how they manage that. Maybe nobody hears a thing about it. Nobody hears that Ronaldo refused to come on as substitute. They keep that in-house. But doing that and then walking down the touchline, walking the 50 yards or whatever it is before the final whistle, everybody knows something's happening now. And he directly puts himself in the headlines, knowingly puts himself in the headlines. And so to Craig's point, it's not a maybe he wanted to be the story. He absolutely did. He absolutely did.
Ian?
Yeah, I mean, it does look like that. I do believe he was probably emotional and feeling pretty cheesed off with everything, and that's why he did it. I mean, in his defence, I would say this. I've heard on pretty good authority that he is pretty good with the young players at Manchester United and giving advice about lifestyle and that kind of thing. So it isn't all a bad story for him, but this was unacceptable what he did this time, and he's got to pay the penalty. I'm just a bit surprised that he's coming back as quickly as he's apparently is going to, but you know, I take the point. Maybe they need him to play because they've got injuries in the striking department, but if you think ahead, possibly his future at Manchester United is going to be quite short now, you'd think.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube, and for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app, and for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.